So my name's Monet. This is Kayla. This is for Theater 216, Stony Brook University. Kayla's really shy, so she's just going to keep laughing. But I was telling her about the headpieces that we had to wear. And if we had to wear them every day, like a computer chip. And if you're like dating somebody, how that would affect your relationship. So what's your take on this? Pros, cons?
Pros, it would make life boring.
How do you figure it would be boring?
Because you're knowing what the other person's thinking.
No, like you don't have their computer chip in your head. Like they have their own, you have your own. And like, let's say you get in a relationship and you like swap it. You like know all their past. Like what's like the cons? Hypothetically.
If they're a cheater, if they lie to you.
But you don't think people change?
Of course people change, but I think it takes drastic life situations for that to happen.
And what do you think like a pro would be?
To see if they really care about you and if they love you forever and ever.
So what happens if you were like off topic, but if you like speed dated, right? And you knew instantly if like someone thought you were hot or someone thought you're stupid or whatever, and it just like came up on like a screen and you know like exactly how they feel about you. You think it's like a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing.
Why?
Because it makes life boring. It's not entertaining.
I get that, but it's like similar to a face. Like someone can see you and be repulsed by you and be like,
it happens all the time. Stop. So it's okay. I'm used to it.
So do you think it's like risky to bring it like onto the retail market? Like
Yes.
if people could buy it and like, let's say everyone had to wear it, like government regulation.
That's a completely different story.
What do you mean?
If the government had control of that?
Yeah, like let's say the government was like, all right, you all have to get these implanted into your brain.
I think it would just make society go insane and lash out at whenever they can and be very violent towards each other.
I mean, what's the difference?
Between
You know what
now?
I mean? No, but between like the internet and like, you know, like anyone can post anything on a blog or type anything.
Of course, but typing or writing anything on the internet and posting it, you're allowed to
Censor?
change and censor your thoughts and feelings. If you have a chip in your head and somebody else is able to get into that chip, it would drastically change everyone's thoughts and opinions.
I mean, I don't know. I think it would be like a good thing. You know what I mean?
In a way, but it also has a lot of cons, I feel.
Just because then you can know if like the president was like a murderer and he's actually a bad guy and we shouldn't put him in office and he's a liar.
And people would try and kill him. That'd make
sure
society
people
go mad.
Plot to kill people every day and
Of course, but nobody goes through with it.
people go through it all the time.
No, it's totally different. I think it would make society lose their mind.
But what happens if they could prevent things from happening?
Like a terrorist attack or something.
Yeah, like let's
that.
say they knew like it was brought like somehow to like the attention and because they had them and like everyone had them in their head so it could be prevented from happening. It could be a good thing. That could be like a really big con.
Of course.
I mean, pro.
That would be a pro, honey. Oh my god, it's my tattoo showing.
Anyway, I thought it would be really funny for speed dating. Like you could be like immediately repulsed by somebody and they're like, all right, next.
But would you ever want to be in a relationship where you knew somebody's first thoughts and feelings about you, or would you want to be able to get to know somebody and see?
Well, I would hope someone's first feelings about me would be like lust.
I mean,
I would never want to date somebody who like has to grow to love me. Should just be like that.
of course, when my ex-boyfriend, I hated him in the beginning. I grew to love him.
One of a kind. Anyway.
But like you said, people change, life change, situations make people change. That's just the way life is.
So ultimate realization that it's a con.
I feel, yes. Because it doesn't allow people to be able to change and make changes within themselves. Because they're going off of their first instinct of what somebody else thought about them. Because they're able to read that person now.
So there's no human evolution.
No.
Like, socializing.
We would all be robots.
We would be robots. That's a good point. Kayla makes a good point.
So that's too boring. Goodbye. Out.
All right. Well, that's it. See you next time.